This is the city's coat of arms, the bear and the madroño, or strawberry tree. From the Puerta del Sol, we move on to Calle Preciados, one of Madrid's main commercial centers, where major brands and small specialized shops are concentrated. There is a wide variety of restaurants in Madrid, catering to all tastes and budgets. Madrid's varied gastronomy represents all regions and nationalities. Landó, in the Vistillas area, is one of the best examples of this. This restaurant represents traditional cuisine, and here we can enjoy such traditional dishes as Madrid-style tripe or fried eggs. Being a fine European capital city, Madrid also has good examples of international cuisine. Although the house specialty is meat, we are first offered a great selection of salads and other dishes, such as piquillo red peppers. All of this washed down with a good Spanish wine. Afternoons are devoted to leisure at the Parque del Retiro, where people from Madrid spend much of their free time. Some go for walks, others practice sports, and there are even those who go for boat rides. The park started out as a royal place for the sole enjoyment of the monarchy. Felipe IV chose the scenery where he was to hold his royal parties, bullfights, and his battleship performances. It was not until 1869 that it was finally opened to the general public. The lake is at the very center. It's accessed by the main entrance, and it's around this lake that most people gather. The statue of Alfonso XII presides at the very top of the lake. Its stairs are normally used as a place to sit and sunbathe. It was built in bronze from the winning project in a contest ordered by Maria Cristina, the regent queen. The figure of the monarch on his horse stands proudly over a sea of images that personify an homage to Spain. The Palacio de Cristal sits to the south, a beautiful iron and glass building inspired by London's Crystal Palace. It's the work of Ricardo Velázquez Bosco, and it was conceived as a glass house or greenhouse for the exotic plants brought in from the Philippines in 1887. It has an apse like a Gothic church and a classical-style facade with Ionic columns. Nowadays, it's used as a free admission hall for temporary photography or painting exhibitions. At the other corner of Retiro Park, away from the park's busier areas, sits the unique monument to the fallen angel. The sculpture depicts Lucifer, the most beautiful of all angels, at the very moment he is expelled from paradise, with the serpent wrapped around his body, symbol of haughtiness and the cause of his disgrace. There are some small fountains at the statue's feet, shaped like little creatures from hell. This curious figure makes Madrid the only city in the world with a monument to the devil. The night brings out the city's most earthly aspects. This club plays the latest music from the world's dance floors. On Sunday mornings, the popular rastro is a must. It dates back to the 17th century, when it emerged as an open-air street market where recently slaughtered meats were sold. Its name comes from the trail left by the pieces of meat dragged along the ground. It hasn't stopped growing since, and has earned the well-deserved reputation that anything can be found here. party starts first thing in the morning every Sunday and goes on until lunchtime. There are thousands of people in search of a bargain or just wanting to nose around, from the Plaza del Cascorro almost up to the Puerta de Toledo. There are old records, clothes, jewelry, pet accessories, books and comics among its stalls. There are even people standing around the Plaza del Campillo swapping stickers, comics, and generally any collectible item. There's no doubt, however, that the antiques market has earned the Rastro its reputation. And although it's no longer easy to find valuable pieces at good prices, it's still worth a look. The antique stalls stretch out along the Ribera de Curtidores, and during the week, though with less anticipation and no chance of haggling down the prices, they turn into shops. It's a hodgepodge of things ordered at random, from furniture to works of art. Some pieces are paired up and others left without their pair. One has to rummage around until luck comes one's way. El Rastro is on every Sunday, and it has a large following. It's one of Madrid's most deeply rooted traditions and a must for everyone passing through Madrid. After the Rastro, it's time for tapas. Tapas are small portions of food that go with the best wines in the country, or the popular caña, a glass of draft beer. This practice is centuries old and one of the most traditional customs in Madrid and other parts of Spain. We can easily find one or more bars on every corner ready to preserve this tradition. Although there are different theories as to the origin of the custom, it's said to have started as a slice of chorizo sausage on a toothpick placed on top of the glass in the way of a lid to protect it against the rain. Thus its name, tapa, which means lid. Still in the Plaza de Cascorro, we can go into the Bar de los Caracoles, or Snails Bar, for a taste of this delicacy. They're cooked in their own juice, with pork products like chorizo, black pudding, and other ingredients the bar owners won't reveal. It has other specialties, and it's one of the traditional stops after the Rastro. At the Casa del Abuelo, we can taste the delicious garlic or grilled prawns. There are hundreds of bars in which many more specialties await us, like patatas bravas, fried potatoes with a spicy sauce, squid, tiny baby squid fried whole, and many others. In Madrid, people usually socialize in bars, at the end of a day's work, to chat about daily occurrences or just to enjoy themselves.